Hey guys, Mac here. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you the process of creating your own custom Xbox One controller using Xbox Design Lab. We'll also then be ordering the controller and I'll be showing it off, reviewing it, and all that stuff, hopefully answering all of your questions, and we'll be looking over all of the new features added to the Design Lab this year. Now, just so you guys know, Xbox Canada did offer to send me this controller for the purposes of this video. Now, I've already used this process once before last year, before they added some of the new features and new colors, and I came up with a completely black stealth controller, which I really love. Now, this year I'm doing it a little differently, and I've decided to ask you guys on Twitter what some of your favorite ones were, and I came up with these 4 designs. Now, I know they're a little bit basic, but I'm a pretty basic guy when it comes to controllers and don't like too much craziness on my controller. I then broke it down to the 2 finalists and left it up to a Twitter poll, and this right here is the winner. I also let my girlfriend design her own custom game controller just for fun, just to see what the design would look like, and this is what it looks like. And now we'll be going into the website, building it, and then eventually it'll be shipping here, and I'll be talking about it when it's actually in my hands. Alright, I'm now over here in the corner. There's a couple of things to note. First of all, Xbox Design Lab is currently available in the US, Puerto Rico, Canada, Germany, France, the UK, with extra European markets coming soon. This is also the Canadian website, which means that I'm going to have Canadian prices on here. Your prices may vary. Now, once you land on the Xbox Design Lab page, xboxdesignlab.xbox.com, you can scroll down and get a little bit of inspiration, seeing some of the new features and stuff. And then you can also just click on Design Yours. And what we're going to be doing is designing the controller that was voted on by popular demand on Twitter. But I'll also be showing off the wacky colors and crazy stuff that you could come up with if your heart desired. Now, they did add 4 new base colors. They are Desert Tan, Sierra Brown, Mineral Blue, and Ink Blue. You can experiment with those. They're pretty stock base colors, but they look really cool when you add a little bit of like a pop of color to them, in my opinion. So people might want to experiment with that. Now, I'll be going with the white body, and on the back we have a new option called Rubberized Grips. Now, if you have ever held an Elite controller, or if you've ever had the Lunar White controller with the little gold accents on it, this is going to be a similar grip to those. I don't know if it's exactly the same. We will inspect the differences once the controller arrives. So I'm going to be going with the new feature, the Rubberized Grips. It's something that I definitely want on my controller, and we're going to be keeping it pretty basic on the back with more white. But obviously, if you wanted to go crazy, that option is there. Now, for bumpers, I'm going to keep it black. But again, we have a ton of different options if your heart desires. For triggers, though, there is a new option, and that is metallic triggers. Now, if you look at your current controller and it's just a standard controller, you'll probably notice you have what is the standard triggers, which are completely plastic with no kind of cover on them. And then there's the metallic ones that have a metallic kind of appearance to them. These are the ones on some of the special controllers as well as the Elite controller, and they give a little bit of an appearance of having metal finish to them. Now, for these, I've decided to go with the new feature, which is metallic, but I've also decided to go with this midnight blue, which I think looks really, really great. All of these options are also available on the D-pad, so we can go standard, which is kind of the plasticky, or the metallic, which is the metal-looking one. And I'll be going with metallic to match what I think will look good as triggers. We're also going to be color matching that, but obviously you can experiment here. When you go with yellow, it kind of has like a bit of a gold appearance. You can go for a silver appearance, kind of shiny white, or like a gunmetal. There's all these different options here. Crazy neon green actually looks pretty cool. Probably not up my alley. I'm a little bit of a simpleton. So we'll go back to this midnight blue, which I think looks great. Thumbsticks, we also have all these crazy options, including the 4 new colors. I'm going to be going and color matching my analog sticks or my thumbsticks to my D-pad and my triggers. Now, for the face buttons, I think that the white on black looks the best because of kind of how it matches some of the black accents in the grips and the bumper, but also matches the background of the white controller. It kind of makes them look like a real part of the controller. I don't know if that makes sense, kind of like seamless and all made as one. But you can go crazy here. You can get the colors on black, gray on black, black on gray, or gray on black. So all those options are available to you, and then you can also have some of those options available in the view and menu buttons. If you want to, mix it up, I'm actually going to be going with white on black. You can kind of try to hide them by, color matching them differently, but we're also going to be going with white on black for those. And this is my final product, but there's also the option of custom engraving. Now, I've seen people go crazy with this and use the engraving to, propose to their girlfriends. We're not doing anything as crazy as that today. I'm going to be keeping it with my gamer tag. You might want it for your gamer tag, your Twitter handle. You might want to get it as a present with someone else's name on it. Obviously, the options here are endless, so get creative. Now, after that, you can obviously scroll around in 3D, take a look at your controller, just make sure that you are happy with all the color options and all the small little, additional bonuses you may have gotten. You can also go to the share button down here and then share on Xbox Live, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, or through email. I'm going to email myself a picture of this, and this is some of the artwork you would get in your email. And then you can obviously also go from a 3D model and spin it around like crazy and then go to a 2D model. Now, I've noticed personally that there is a little bit of a difference in the colors from 2D to 3D. I'm going to try switching back and forth for you guys, and you might be able to notice it yourself. You might not be able to notice it. Some of it's going to do with how they render the 3D artwork, and some of it's going to have to do with how they render the 2D artwork. Some of it's even going to have to do with your personal monitor settings and my personal monitor settings. Colors are a little bit of this weird thing on the internet, and if you don't have your monitor completely perfectly set up, some of the colors might look a little different in real life than they do when you design on the website. So make sure that your monitor is set up to have the most accurate colors so that you can make sure you're creating a controller that you want. So basically, now that I've done this, I can save it, check out. I'm going to now order this thing. And next step, it's going to arrive, and we're going to take a look at it, review it, inspect it, dissect it, and hopefully give you guys a little bit of impressions about the new Design Lab features, including the rubberized grip, metallic D-pad, metallic triggers, and some of the new colors and stuff, which we're not actually using any of the new colors on this controller, actually. But hopefully I'll see you guys in the next part of the video, which is going to start now. All right, so it's now less than 1 week later, and I received my package. I opened it up, and lo and behold, obviously my controller. I'll be showing you guys some nice product shots, so you don't have to try to strain your eyes to see what's in the box. I'll just show you really quick. It comes with a controller, comes with some batteries inside, and then some instruction manuals kind of behind this. And now I'm going to be putting on really nice shots of the controller on screen, as well as talking a little bit about the controller itself. Now, overall, I'm very happy with how this controller turned out. It's nice to finally add a controller that is white to my collection, and the rubberized grips are also a pleasure. Now, they are a little bit of a different shape than they are on the Elite controller, but as far as I can tell, the actual texture and grip is the exact same. I'll mention that I'm a really big fan of the metallic D-pad and triggers that I decided to choose, and having my gamer tag engraved on there is also an added plus. Now, there's honestly not a lot for me to say here. I took you guys through the process of making this controller. You see what the result is. I'm already a huge fan of the Xbox One controller and the updated S version. And although I don't think this controller is going to be replacing my Xbox One Elite anytime soon, this is a pleasure to have in my collection, and definitely a controller that I'm going to enjoy using for casual gaming sessions. So that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the process of how you can make your own controller now, showing off some of the new features. I hope you liked the design we ended up choosing, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to share with a friend and drop a like. Special thanks goes to DarthDave89 for supporting the show on Patreon. Peace.